feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks on Thursday night primetime.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This could prove to be the Niners and the Seahawks underway here in the Thanksgiving finale. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Well, now is the punter, Johnny Hecker, who in fact grew up just north of here in nearby Bothell. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Fielded just inside the 30. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very...
Hurts fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A first down carry by Elliott. A strong running. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They go to Elliott again. Fights him off. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, it's Herbert. On the slant, Burks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it without him. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got some room to operate. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Hurts. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game. And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but Some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
A shot downfield for Burks.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st down, San Francisco.
Herbert on 1st down now.
That pass taken in by Burks. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
It's brought in by Harris. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23.
Here's Hurts to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Devontae Smith
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And San Francisco gets set to go here. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
through one quarter, 9-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33 as they've got it as we resume action. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Herbert now. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown! Zay Jones, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch out their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks at 2-8 now in the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Here is 3rd and 5. They go play action with Hurts. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deontay Hardy back deep. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you get a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of Fortson. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
A gain of a yard. 1st down, San Francisco.
From the 50, here's Herbert. The left side completion to Jones. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Open man, that's Henry. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Elliott is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Lutz with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. A give running right is Chubb. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hurts. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time I'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy line, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play in a fantasy game. I enjoy watching
you do it. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
A handoff left to Elliott. And he'll work down inside the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The gun, Herbert. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now back to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. But not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. On first down, Hurts dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the LA Rams. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the LA Chargers. We saw the vet with plenty left, Ezekiel Elliott, putting together a strong first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first, and it'll bring up third down now. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the Niners' 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Xavier Hutchinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead will shrink to 6.
is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's third and a few inches. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Herbert now. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And the 49ers first down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Herbert. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now Elliott. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done. Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. He'll get this to about the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Chubb on the read option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
Inside give to Elliott. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good. From 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man down the field is Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 22-yard.
Again, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Hardy. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
At the 23-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st down, Hurts. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing and pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity.